Dragons, a creature of legends and imagination, known to one and all, yet forever shrouded in mystery and uncertainty. How do you envision these magnificent creatures known as dragons? And how do different cultures around the world perceive these mythical beings? Don't worry, I'm here to reveal all the mysteries and stories for you to understand. I'm the Canvas Virtuoso. My job right now is to paint and color the image for you. Therefore, we can clarify all the vague pieces of information, put them into a big canvas. As a result, you can see a clear picture of all the painted matching pieces that you have missed. Today's job is to continue where we left off on the last canvas. In the previous videos, we have discussed a few of our reptilian friends. And in this second part, there are still many dragons waiting for us to be unveiled. From their origin, attributes, and characteristics to the symbolism and meaning of their culture. Before we get to the particular dragon species, we need to know what all the dragons in all mythologies have in common. Here are some shared elements that all dragons have. Reptilian appearance. Dragons are commonly depicted as large reptilian creatures. They may have scales covering their bodies, and their appearance is often a fusion of serpentine, lizard, or dinosaur-like features. Longevity. Dragons are frequently attributed with long lifespans, and in some cases, they are considered immortal. This longevity adds to their mythical status and positions them as ancient and wise beings. Association with power and majesty. Dragons are frequently symbols of power, strength, and majesty. They are often considered apex beings within the mythological hierarchy, embodying formidable qualities. Now that we've explored the captivating traits of these dragons, let's dive into the unique personalities and stories of each individual dragon. Bakunawa, the Moon Eater. Bakunawa is a mythical serpent-like dragon in Philippine mythology, particularly among the Visayan ethnic groups. It is often described as a giant sea serpent or dragon, and it plays a prominent role in local Philippine folklore. According to the legend, Bakunawa is believed to be a powerful and mystical being who dwells in the depths of the sea. The creature is said to have a massive mouth, and it is capable of causing eclipses by devouring the moon. The people in ancient times believed that lunar eclipses occurred when Bakunawa would emerge from the water and swallow the moon whole. It was generally believed to be a sea serpent, but is also variously believed to inhabit either the sky or the underworld. It is said to be the cause of not only eclipses, but also rain, wind, and massive earthquakes. The name Bakunawa is derived from the Cebuano and Bisaya terms Baku, meaning to cover, and Nawa, meaning causer. Thus, Bakunawa is often referred to as the Moon Eater, or the Eclipse Bringer, due to its role in causing lunar eclipses. According to folklore, Filipinos believe that there were once 7 moons in the night sky, each taking its turn to shine brilliantly. These moons were said to be the children of the god Bathala, so each moon would illuminate the one night of the week. However, Bakunawa grew envious of the moon's radiance and decided to devour them one by one. As the dragon swallowed each moon, darkness descended upon the world, causing fear and panic among the people. Ancient Filipino people would go out of their villages and homes with pots and pans and make noise and light, even beating drums in order to frighten Bakunawa away during its lunar feasts, or scare the dragon to spit the moon back into the sky. Some of the locals try to play soothing sounds with their musical instruments in hopes that the dragon would fall into a deep slumber. Bakunawa's legend serves as a reminder of the delicate balance between the spiritual and natural worlds. In this regard, the ancient Filipinos may have viewed Bakunawa as a representation of the forces that govern the cosmos, acting as a bridge between their world and the heavens. Ketel Koad, the feathered serpent. Ketel Koad is a Mesoamerican deity whose name comes from the Nahuatl language and can be translated as feathered serpent. Quetzal refers to the Quetzal bird, known for its vibrant and iridescent feathers, and Koad means serpent. The Quetzal feathers symbolize the connection with the sky and the heavens, while the serpent represents the earth and the underworld. Therefore, Ketel Koad is often translated as the feathered serpent. In Aztec mythology, this feathered dragon was a prominent god associated with wind, air, and learning. Quetzalcoatl held the status of a creator god. According to the Aztecs, Quetzalcoatl was one of the four sons of the original creator gods. Quetzalcoatl and one of his brothers, particularly the black jaguar Tezcatlipoca, they were given the task of creating the world. The two brothers constantly fought with each other, which resulted in the creation and destruction of several successive ages. During the first age, for instance, Quetzalcoatl attacked his brother with a stone club, causing his enraged brother to command his jaguars to eat up all the people. The Aztecs believed that this cycle of creation and destruction happened 4 times. Each bout of fighting brought one of the 4 epochs of Aztec history to an end, ultimately ending with the jaguar in control of the 5th age, which is the age we're currently living. During this time, it was conceivable that Quetzalcoatl could defeat his brother once more and regain power. Quetzalcoatl was instrumental in creating people to populate the 5th age. To create humans, Quetzalcoatl had to go into the underworld and collect some bones. He took his companion Xolotl, a dog-headed god, with him. When they arrived, he was tasked to solve a puzzle given to him by the rulers of the underworld. He won't be able to take any bones with him unless he solves it. His task was to create a sound by blowing into a conch shell, but the twist was there were no holes in it. Quetzalcoatl managed to complete this challenge through clever trickery. He got worms to make holes in the shell and then put bees inside it so the shell would make a sound. The action successfully tricked the rulers of the underworld into giving him the bones, but this was not enough for Quetzalcoatl. To further trick the rulers, Quetzalcoatl told them that he would leave without the bones and snuck them secretly before leaving. He was caught by one of the underworld gods and fell into a pit that was made to trap him, where he dropped and mixed the male and female bones. Quetzalcoatl managed to escape the pit with his bones slightly shuffled. The feathered serpent took the bones to the snake goddess Chihuacoatl, who formed them into human beings by mixing the bones, corn, and some of Quetzalcoatl's blood, thus creating the first humans of the 5th age. The Aztecs used this allegory to explain why people came in different heights. Wyverns. The concept of wyverns has roots in European mythology and heraldry. The word wyvern itself is derived from the Old French word wyvre, which means viper or serpent, a mythical creature that is very similar to the Western dragon. There are a few key differences. One notable distinction is that wyverns have only 2 legs, in contrast to dragons, which have 4. The hind limbs of wyverns are often fused with their wings. These creatures often have a pointed tail, which is said to be a venomous stinger. Wyverns possess wings that are integral to their ability to fly. These wings are often bat-like in appearance. Unlike dragons, which may have more elaborate or membranous wings, wyvern wings are usually simpler. Wyverns are commonly associated with mountainous regions, caves, or other remote landscapes. They may guard treasure, terrorize villages, or be integral to local myths and legends. In some stories, wyverns are intelligent beings with unique behaviors and social structures. Apep, the god of chaos. Apep, also known as Apophis in Greek, is a serpent or serpent-like deity in ancient Egyptian mythology. Apep is often depicted as a colossal snake or dragon, representing chaos and disorder in contrast to the order and harmony embodied by other Egyptian deities like the almighty Ra. It is said that this deity is allegedly as wide and long as the Nile River. Already present before the creation of the world by Ra, he is an evil entity, the embodiment of darkness and destruction, and Ra's nemesis. As a snake, his sole motivation is to eat, specifically devouring the sun god Ra, which is metaphorically depicted as a falcon-headed god. Every night, Apep leads his army intending to eat Ra. Yet, he encounters great difficulty in reaching his objective because Ra has assembled a pantheon of Egyptian gods to defend himself, after several losses from the side of the snake. But those defeats would never discourage him. He could be mortally wounded, but he could regenerate when he was covered by the deepest darkness of the underworld. It is said that Apep is responsible for eclipses. He sometimes succeeded in swallowing Ra during surprise attacks in broad daylight, which made the sun disappear from the sky of mortals. Fortunately, the other gods quickly came to the rescue to pierce the belly of Apep, freeing Ra and thus ending the eclipse. Despite the nightly battles, the snake was never permanently defeated in Egyptian mythology. The reason is that he plays a significant role in the universe, his contributions to the equilibrium of the universe being one of its original components, and therefore should not be definitively defeated because his total elimination would mean destroying the balance of the universe. The struggle between Ra and Apep was seen as a continuous cycle, symbolizing the eternal conflict between order and chaos. Yinglong. The name Yinglong can be translated to mean responding dragon or responsive dragon. This legendary creature holds significance in Chinese folklore and is often associated with themes of flood control and water management. He is depicted as a winged dragon, which is very rare because dragons in China don't have wings unless they lived for over 1,000 years. Therefore, Yinglong is the eldest dragon among his kin. He is believed to be a powerful servant of Huangdi, the Yellow Emperor, one of the most important Chinese rulers, 5,000 years ago. He served as a great general under the Yellow Emperor. Yinglong's most renowned fight was in the Battle of Zhuolu, where he helped to fight against Qiyu, the leader of the Nine Lai tribe. Depicted as a mythical being that is said to have 4 eyes and 6 arms, wielding terrible sharp weapons in every hand. In some sources, Qiyu had certain features associated with various mythological bovines. His head was that of a bull with 2 horns, although the body was human, and his hindquarters were those of a bear. After the defeat of Qiyu, the tribe settled in the Yellow River Plains, and the Yellow Emperor established the capital in Zhuolu for his people to thrive for many years. One legend states that Yinglong helped a man named Yu stop the Yellow River from flooding by digging long channels with his tail to create rivers that channel water to the sea, thus making the world suitable for human habitation. The man Da Yu won the respect of the king and the people, and later was elected as a new king after the king passed away. Yinglong had the power to control the weather, regulate rainfall, and alleviate floods. It could also open up mountains and rivers. Known for defeating Qiyu and Quafu, Yinglong had the ability to stir oceans, create clouds, and change its form and size. It was revered in folk beliefs as a guardian of agriculture and water management, ensuring peace and prosperity. Dragons are still fascinating creatures that are still a mystery to us. We have unveiled some in this second part, but there are many to cover. Don't forget to check out the first video. This is the finished canvas of the mythological dragons part 2. I'm the Canvas Virtuoso, your mysterious painter who is going to unveil all the mysteries of the world. For me to paint more stories, mysteries, and many more, I will need your support. Leave a like, subscribe, and comment. These actions will help me to improve and mean very much to me.